if you got money in your bank account, if you got your health, if you got your family, if you got good friendships, make some noise, please. Okay, because everybody didn't wake up this morning, so I'm excited to have everybody here. Y'all excited to be at American Sesh today? Okay. How many people have ever been to American Sesh? Raise their hand. Okay, it's like 2 of us here. Okay, all right, so that's good. So let me tell you about who I am and why we're here. So my name is Pinky Cole Hayes, because I'm a wife, okay? I just got married. And this is my co-host.
Derrick Hayes, how y'all doing?
We started American Sesh almost 3 years ago. And what this was is it was a way for us to come up with creative ideas. So this is Grandma's house. How many people ever been to Grandma's house before? Okay, so you know at Grandma's house, we don't care how much money you got. We don't care how many followers you got. We don't care who you are and what exit back door you can get in. We don't care none of that. All we care about is the fact that you get to use this. So there's no phones, no egos, just pen and pad, and we come up with brilliant ideas. Y'all cool with that? Okay, all right, so we're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna do 2 rounds of a game, and then we're going to toss to the audience. It's gonna get really, really fun. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna break y'all up in teams, okay? So y'all are team A, and y'all are team B. I'm gonna split y'all. Y'all are team A, y'all are team B. Okay, so we're gonna do exercise. Team A, make some noise. Okay, all right. Okay, now team B, make some noise. So today is the battle of the teams. I'm gonna do it one more time. Team A, make some noise! All right, Team B, where you at, Team B? Okay, I like y'all tonight. All right, so what we're gonna do is Team A and Team B, y'all got 30 seconds to come up with a business name for your group. Be super creative, make it super fun and funky. 30 seconds, your time starts now. All right, so we are going to go to Team A first. Team A, what is the name of your group? Somebody said winner. Okay, I like that.
This song? We're gonna go with the 18 Productions.
18
Productions. The 18 Productions. The 18 Productions is Team A. All right, Team B, what is the name of your group?
Well, since we are the B Squad, we wanted to start with the letter B, and everything and everyone in here is beautiful, so we are Beauty International.
A Squad and Beauty International.
That's okay. That's real woke. I like it. It's woke. Okay. All right. So we got Team A.
No, they A Squad, right?
Team A spot.
18 Productions.
Okay. 18 Productions and Team Beautiful Entrepreneur. Hold up. Where my pen at? Okay, so what we're going to do now we got the teams, okay? Derrick is going to give us some words and tell us what we're going to do, Derrick.
All right, y'all, we about to play a game called Not Your Average CEO that me and Pinky made. I'm going to give y'all a name, and y'all got 30 seconds to scale this business to $1 billion business that does not exist. Y'all ready? All right, you got it? The word is crab.
You have to scale a business using the word crab.
And you got 30 seconds with your team.
That does not exist.
And y'all can one up their ideas too. When they start spitting them out, y'all can help them out. Team 1 and Team 2. So crab.
I got it. Crab.
Like the blue crab. The crab, it could be a snow crab, blue crab,
yes.
Crab.
So again, the word is crab. They have 30 seconds to come up with an original business idea that does not exist to the word crab. Your time starts now. Okay, so here's the rules, y'all. Team A and Team B are going to go, and then we're going to toss to the audience. If you want to one-up it, if you feel like you got an idea to add to what they got, Team B, International, Beauty. If you got one thing to add onto their idea, you could just raise your hand and we'll toss to you. All right, so we're going to start with Team A. Tell us about your business behind the word crab.
Okay, so we want to come up with like a luxury crab experience where you go out on a boat, you get your crab, you come back, you cook it, and it's like a VIP experience. It's like maybe on a beach, like something super fly.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to learn the process of actually fishing for crabs, so you get to actually eat what you kill.
Can I one up y'all? Cause I want to get in y'all business. So I'm about to start a company in real life called Crab Daddies. I got to do a little sponsorship, but I got a guy right now that goes out and go get the blue crabs out the water. So like if somebody like they don't know how to eat them in the South, so y'all should teach people how to actually open them. Like the whole tutorial before they go, and then after they come back, when they make them, and then they get to eat them, then they can go ahead and put it on social media and teach people how to eat them. Nobody in the South not eat blue crabs left they from up north.
Okay, I like it, but what you was about to say?
Well, since there was a crab shortage, we also have an exclusive access to a specific crab
What crab shortage it is, though?
It was.
Snow crab?
It was a crab shortage altogether.
Okay, so what you got?
So what we're saying is we have exclusivity to having unlimited crab. So it's an unlimited opportunity, and there is exit sampling, as what you said, when it comes down to just not how to use it, but the tools that you need, and then also how you can continue to come back and have this experience over and over again from a subscription base. So once they leave this one cell, we have them stuck all together.
I like the
again.
subscription. You won on that.
Okay, that's good. so I'm gonna one up it, and then I'm gonna go to the audience. So when I think about crabs, I said this earlier on my social media. When you talk about crabs, people throw away the dead crab, right? Y'all throw away you don't eat the dead crab, right? But people throw away the dead crab, but what if it could be grinded down to a fertilizer, right? A feed for like other animals to grow vegetables, to grow all of these things. I don't know if they use that, but now the company that we create here is we take your dead crabs, so now there is no overhead. You understand what I'm saying? Because people want to throw away the...
I think
Do you understand?
no.
Okay.
100% sustainable.
Yeah.
I like
Take
it.
the dead crabs, grind them up, and make like a feed, like a fertilizer. You know, any gardeners in the audience?
Listen.
Compost. You want to
A
compost the
compost,
crab.
yes.
I think that'll be a good business because they throw the dead crabs away and like literally bushels and bushels of dead crabs. A lot of money wasted. Like if one crab dies, you got 4 hours before it kills the rest of the crabs. So that's a good idea. You learned that from me.
All right,
She learned that from me,
go to the
y'all.
audience. Who got one up? Okay, you right here in the green.
I would say, crab blood can be used to detect a lot of contaminations within medical equipment. So if I had a lot of crabs, I would extract the blood and advance the technology to treat a lot of different
I
problems.
ain't never seen no blood in crabs.
I was about to say that
yeah,
too, bro. I
yeah.
cook them all the time. I ain't never seen a crab bleed.
No, but you can extract blood, so like minimum amounts, but you can use the DNA through DNA.
Okay, I like that.
maybe
DNA
blue
to
stuff.
cure cancer, to cure any illnesses, testing, all that stuff. Okay, I love that. Clap it up for Team A. Okay. All right, we getting warm. All right, Team B. All right, Team B. Wake them up, Team B.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so we went a different pathway. We went into group economics. So what we wanted to do is create a system for current successful entrepreneurs to work with recently released felons on how to become an entrepreneur and no longer have that crab in a barrel trying to figure it out mindset,
Okay, love that.
but being a crab out of the boiling water and set them up for success.
Team B?
See, what people don't understand is that people always talk about crabs in the bucket, but crabs are not supposed to be in the bucket in the first place. That's not the natural habitat.
Okay,
So the
yes.
thing is, instead of waiting on other people to employ our people and continue to beg, get the people in our community who already are successful like myself, and we know exactly the things that we need. Like, I give you an example. They send you all to college for 4 years to study a myriad of things, but if I know you want to do robotics, why not put you directly into technology as soon as you walk into the door and teach you exactly the things that you need to learn in order to be successful? Then it doesn't matter because the government does it. Y'all ever heard of hackers and the government employing hackers because hackers know how to break into the government system better than anybody else does? So if that's the case, then we teach our own people and then we won't have to worry about them being crabs in the bucket because we're pulling them out the water. Damn, that's good.
I like that.
I love that. What's the name? You didn't give us the name. What's the name?
Oh, it was CB. It was crabs out the bucket.
So crabs out the bucket, not crabs in the barrel, crabs out the
Crabs
bucket.
out the bucket. I like it.
Crabs out the...
So what's the revenue source for that? Is this a grant-funded thing? Is this government-funded? Are you underwriting?
I can see
Are you
this being a
allowing?
nonprofit.
Well, the amazing thing about it is the revenue isn't as much of a problem because you already have successful business owners who already know what they want. So what you're doing is the same money that we usually would use to bring in people, train them. That same money can be used to train the people who are coming in. So that is the reason why we're picking the main business people in the city who already got the money and who already have the budgets to train up. Because when you start up a business, you usually have to bring in people and train them in the first place.
Love that. And what you can add is maybe this can become an association where every time somebody is welcomed into the association, they get a little crab pin, okay? And that we're redefining the messaging of the crab. And the crab, I'm from Baltimore, so, okay? It redefines the messaging of the crab. I like that a lot. Okay, clap it up for Team B. Okay? Somebody in the audience over here, I'm gonna come over here. You over here in a white shirt.
Okay, hi. I want to one-up something that Ms. Toya said about on the boat and you picking your own crabs. Well, what about like adding like Krabby Patties or Krabby Cakes where ladies, because I love to fish. So where ladies take groups and they come and they learn how to crab and they get on the boat and they know how to cook it too. And you can call it like I said, like Krabby Cakes for ladies who have a lot of stress at home. You get to take a trip with your friends, a membership.
Okay, we love a good membership.
Okay, good membership. So, but yeah, I like that idea. So.
Okay, love that. Clap it up for her. Okay, all right, y'all. Who got it? Team A? Did Team A get it?
Team A. Woo! We won that. Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
What?
You team 2, I'm team 1.
No,
I think we won
I'm
that.
with Team B. Team B, clap it up for Team B.
No. And I don't.
But let me ask a question. Would Team A tell the truth if we were better anyway? I mean, would they even say it?
But
That's
listen,
what
I'm gonna keep it all the way
You gotta
100.
be honest.
We for profit business, and our concept will work.
We for the people, it's non-profit.
Listen, y'all concept gotta get proven. Ours is we need some boats.
All right,
we
we
go right
gotta
to
get
work.
the Team A, clap it up for Team A. Team A, Team A, Team A. All right, now clap it up for Team B. Team B. All right. I think Team B got it. Okay, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit, y'all. We're gonna get to the fun stuff right now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the audience. That was the icebreaker. We're going to go into the audience, and if you have a question about your business, if you have a question about something that you're working on, use us as your team of social experts, okay? You're experts in different industries that'll give you ideas on how to one-up that thing that you're working on. This is a safe space. So whatever it is that you're working on, if you need some help with it, we will help. And somebody in the audience, if you feel like you can lend yourself to it, then all you gotta do is raise your hand and you can jump in. All right, so we're gonna take 3 people out of the audience. 1 from over here, 1 from over here, 1 here, and then we're gonna do a bonus round. That's cool? All right, so we're gonna start over here. Zach, where you at? Okay. You right there in the blue, in the back, yep. I know. All right,
clap it up, y'all, clap it up, clap it up.
Come on to the front. Clap it up for him, y'all. Come on down.
Come on, where y'all at? Make some noise.
So we're gonna go to this brother.
Well, I run ATL Access. It's a media marketing company here in Atlanta. And my biggest thing was bringing people together to understand creating our own content. Over the last 10 years, we have done, leaps and bounds on creating content, but we don't own anything still. We still resort to Hollywood to get our movies, content out. We put stuff on the internet, but it's not that funded stuff that we want. We want blockbusters. I have a bunch of filmmakers here in Atlanta, but we don't get that funding. I want to know, how do we get money for our businesses?
Okay, I have a question. What is the name of your brand?
ATL Access.
ATL Access. Okay, so you are the new and improved Getty Images. Okay, follow me. So what you're going to do is you already branded your brand. How long you been in business?
About 10 years.
Okay, got that already. It's ATL Pics.
Okay, so what? How many vegan companies they got? How many cheesesteak companies they got?
Excuse me. ATL Pics just take pictures. I'm talking about.
No, that's why I was trying to get.
So listen to what I'm saying. Let me finish my thought though. Right? So you're gonna you got this company already. The leverage that you have is you've built an established business, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Respected in Atlanta, right?
Right, everybody know the name.
Everybody in Atlanta knows the name. So what you do is you build this association, right? And in this association is going to provide opportunities for photographers, for content creators, media people to get jobs. Because the one thing that content creators want is work, right? So you become kind of like you know how they have a staffing agency, right? But it's
Talent to staffing.
Yeah, like a hybrid staffing agency, but it's an association. And as a part of the association, maybe they can pay a minute fee a month. And this minute fee a month, they get access to meetups, they get access to job boards, they get access to all the things that they need, right? And then you have MediaCon once a year. And at MediaCon, right, you bring all the biggest people in media that come and do workshops, that come do breakout sessions and all of these things, and you can charge tickets to go to these, right? And then the money, the revenue that you bring from these tickets can help you advance the organization, plus put money in your pocket for your operational expenses. Plus now you become the premier place for every single photographer, videographer, content creator. Hey, I just moved to Atlanta from California and I don't know nobody. I need to come and I need to find work. I'm going to sign up for your organization and I may pay $40 a month, but it's going to give me access to a community. It's going to give me access to the people that I need to talk to, and it's also going to give me the ability to get a job. You understand what I'm saying? And that is how you make money, right? And now, every time people get the work, every time they get the work, guess what they do? They need to put your logo on the photo. You understand what I'm saying? So now you're branding yourself in real time. So every time they go out, they actually working for you while they're working for themselves. So I don't know if anybody else want to add on to that.
I got a little different direction.
And his direction might work too, so just take it off.
It's your direction, but I was, Scat, I would start my own school, right? I would get a grant writer, write your whole program out, right? So it's government funded money, and you teaching kids how to film. Like, everybody chasing the same thing. Listen, it's like right now, if you're a rap star, right? I'd rather be a writer. I'd rather be behind the scenes. I don't need to be in front of the camera. So if you can not be in front of the camera and make the money, you're gonna win. You don't gotta worry about being famous and none of that, because guess what? If you piss wrong, you're in the media. So I would say create the school and let them be famous and give them the education and knowledge to grow the brand.
That's good too. Anybody else want to add?
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump in. I honestly, taking everything that Pinky said, right, building the association, I feel like Cam, if you can talk about how you did kind of something similar, right? You made a record label for content creators per se, right? How did you get into monetization?
Well, let me say first, I've been a photographer for 12 years, so I had a cheat code because I'm one of the most notable photographers in the world. So when I started...
Very familiar.
Yeah, when I started Collector Gallery, which is a production company, so basically we act very similar to that, but not more so like Getty Images. So like, for instance, one of our main clients is Puma. We do all the Puma content around the world. Puma comes directly to me and says, hey, I need a photographer in LA to shoot this artist or this athlete that we have. My team finds the photographer in LA that goes and creates that. We do that for all brands around the world, Nike, Puma, Airbnb, a bunch of companies. The difficult part of what you're saying and what you're trying to figure out is two things. A lot of times when people think content creator, they think about the service that we provide, but we're also artists as well. And it sounded like you were talking more about the artist side of it, where it's creating your own IP, creating your own ideas, and getting funding for your own ideas. Now, that idea of being Getty Images could be the funder that allows you to do that. Like for me, my service work, when I work for Nike or I do a shoot for this, it allows me to fund my creative projects that I do on my own. So you do gotta find a business model that makes money. If you wanna go to Getty Images route, which is a good thing, because I've actually had a lot of talks about that, they are not really for us.
That's what I noticed.
They're not really black owned or have a lot of black shooters. So what happens is a lot of celebrities actually are starting to fight against Getty Images because the only images they have of themselves on Getty are being shot by like white photographers that don't really know how to capture the essence of who they are. And it's also very stale. So if you go to Getty Images, it's often like red carpet photos, event photos. So what happens is if any of us do an article on CNN or something, their first choice is to pull the image from Getty Image. It's not gonna be the one you really want. It's not gonna be the one that you could take that you like. So there is a lane for a version that really just practices the same business model but prioritizes us first. But the big part about Getty is you gotta learn the hell out of copyright law. Because the protection that Getty Images gives their photographers is really the thing that they buy into. Those photographers don't want to be fighting for their payments, don't want to be fighting for their net 30s, net 90s, all that protection. And Getty is like their godfather of sorts that like protects them, puts them on jobs, and allows them to just focus on the creativity.
It's the infrastructure. All business with a good infrastructure gonna work. Yeah. That's just all to it.
Yeah. For a lot of the artists that are here that create content, my question was really about funding, because if you go to a bank, they don't care nothing about entertainment businesses.
Crowdfund.
They don't
get it from them in the audience.
They don't care nothing. If you put a GoFundMe out and you say
I didn't say GoFundMe. I said crowdfund.
How do you crowdfund?
So get yourself a deck, right? Put a deck together and put it on social media, and then that's how you get people to believe in your brand. Or you can do a friends and family round, get your numbers and all your deck together, and then you can raise a Series A after your friends and family round.
But there's also very sophisticated crowdfunding platforms that you can use to actually raise money for your business. You understand what I'm saying? And you said, you talk a lot about raising money, which obviously is important to be able to do the things that you want to do. Another way, I'm always a proponent for the nonprofit sector, right? What you could do is you built a media company, write a book about how to build a media company, and that could also provide you funding as well. So we gave you like 5. Hopefully that helps. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Because you were courageous in your efforts, man.
Yes, what's your IG?
Everybody pull out your phones. ATL Access 21.
There you go. Because you was courageous in your efforts, I got you a complimentary consultation.
Tavio is
50%
behind.
discount, man.
The CEO of Revolt wants to say something. The CEO of Revolt just said he is going to donate 1 hour of his time to this young brother right here. Clap it up for that, okay? Thank you, Tavio. We appreciate you. All right, we are going to, you stood up first, okay, so I'm gonna give it to you. All right. What you got?
Okay, hello.
Hi.
My name is Quee, known as Big Quee. I actually wrote my question down. I'm an artist and entrepreneur from Atlanta, Georgia. I attend the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. Shout out to CAU, right? And so, being an artist, I rap, and I've been rapping for going on about 8 years. I don't know if you remember, but I made a slutty vegan rap. So I do little things like that. So I've been trying to figure out, or my question is, how do I turn my investment into income? Being that I am.
I think this is a David Bannon question.
Yes.
And being that I feel like it's easier to make money when you are behind the scenes and doing different type of work. But when you are the artist, I feel like it's more of a challenge. So.
One more time, can you give me the question in as short a form as you can so I can make sure I can answer it?
Okay. As the artist, specifically as a rapper, how do I turn my investment into income? Performances are normally for free. Features are for free until you have a name that people feel they want to pay for. Right. So how do I turn my investment into income now?
Well, this is what I say. It's only free because you allow it to be free. That was one of the things that I said, like they duped us in general is by making us feel like what we do for a living is for free. Like if you dope and you putting your time into it, then you're supposed to try to find a way to monetize it. But there are so many ways for you to monetize it. It's like you have to figure out what your market and what your people want from you and sell it to them. I'll give you a great quick example, and then we'll see how we can turn it around for you. Once I found out that people feel like, because if you think about it, people don't give their money to artists anymore. They give them to tech companies. People who don't even care about it. I never understood that. Like, why would you go and give, if you are a person that loves music, to give your money to anybody but the artist that you say that you support? But we went that route. Then, watch this. They turned around and tried to do it to movies, and they said, we're not gonna let you do that, right? And they protested and made sure that they didn't do that to movies. But I said, but they just did that to the music. And nobody said anything. They did the same exact thing, right? So what I decided to do on my last album is I said, okay, I'm gonna have to sell so much more than just music. I'm gonna have to sell culture. So the name of my album was called The God Box. And I said, what people are always asking me, like, how did you go from the streets into being conscious, right? I said, what if I could give people a box that can give them consciousness as much as I could in a box, right? So I went and found the author who wrote the book that helped me get consciousness. It was called From the Broader Files. I talked to him. I worked out a way where I can get his books in bulk. I got the book. I said, okay, we want to be conscious, but black folks don't even have a flag. I said, we real fly. Let me take, Marcus Garvey's concept of the red, black, and green, but let me make it super amp and make the colors really, really bright and put something dope that will represent this generation, right? I did that. I said, let me put shirts in there. I was on a very popular DVD that was called Hidden Colors that everybody was already going crazy over. I did really well on the DVD, so I went and talked to the owner, Tariq Nasheed. I talked to him and said, well, can I get the DVD in bulk? So I ended up talking to all these black businesses and got some really cool stuff and put it in a box. And then I sold the box for a premium price. This was the first time in my life that I ever did business with our people and didn't get one complaint. I had to come up with a creative way. The thing is one thing I want to tell you all is everybody's trying as hard as they can to be the same because people are scared of sticking out. Yep. But with AI, with everybody trying to be the same, the people who are going to resonate the most is the people who sell somebody something that makes them feel something. Yeah. That's something that you cannot fake. So you have to find that out. What is it about you that we can sell and profit and give it to people in a way that they've never seen it before? You know what I'm saying? I saw a young lady from out of Atlanta. She came up with Uber for hair. Like literally, she drove around and delivered wigs and hair. Like she took the concept of Uber and she took hair and said, let me deliver it all over Atlanta. And it gave people something because they said, damn, I want hair. I don't feel like going to the shop. Let me go see if I can get this hair. I'll call her up. She the Uber for hair. So what can we do musically that can market you? Can I answer? Yes.
So when I realized that I had this question, I did try and think of creative ways to do what you're telling me to do. And one of the ideas is I've been trying to make songs for brands like I did for Slutty Vegan. I made a Slutty Vegan rap and posted it on Instagram to more so promote, I would say almost like a commercial. So I've been trying to get brands to reach out to me to make a song for them to attract their audience.
Okay, I got it. And this is gonna help you and a young man before you. All right, the thing is the thing that America and the world wants the most, whether it's positive or negative, is attention. They want eyeballs. So it's not enough for you to make the song. You got to make the song and make it poppin', and then show people the numbers and how it would correlate or how it would help their business, right? So you got to get it popping. You got to show that, first of all, that you have a fan base. And you got to find a way to bring that fan base together. One of the most important things that people have to do now is start building communities. Not just having your fans waiting on you to put music out. You have to talk to your fans, interact with your fans in a medium that you control. Then once you do that and you create the song, all right, you go get the song popping, you won't have to bring it to Pinky. She gonna find you. I promise you, as a Banner Vision, if you do something for me, and that's what I was gonna tell the young man before, when I moved out to LA, and I actually have a very successful multimedia company. We've done, I'm talking about from PepsiCo to Mercedes-Benz, the NFL, it goes on and on and on. What I did was, I knew that the telephone companies at the time didn't know who David Banner was. So I went and shot the commercial. I literally shot the commercial with my own money. Since I shoot movies and I have friends, I went and pulled all these people together, put my own money up, and then I actually gave it to them. No different than on the streets. I'm gonna give you the first hit for free. Once you hook, I'm gonna charge you double on the back end, right? But you have to show people value. A lot of times we think because we're dope that people owe us something, but what you're really doing is providing a service. And the most important part of that service, as much as we want to believe that it's our talent, it's not. It's our ability to help somebody else make money or be successful. So take them songs, if you do it, put those songs out, get those songs popping, and then turn around and have somebody from a business perspective to be able to translate those numbers to money and then present it to those people. And if it's popping enough, they'll come to you.
But to piggyback off of David, everything you said was 100% accurate, but your story is what people are gonna buy into. I don't care what you're selling. You motivate people out your story. Like when they hear something that people are ashamed to tell, they look at you as brave. Like, what's brave about you that you're not scared to tell this story that's inspiring all these people? Like, everybody could sell restaurants, music, all these things, but the ones that stand out is not the ones that's worried about what people think of them. I started in a little gas station in 2014. Broken fire, broken grill. After I blew millions of dollars, everybody laughing at me like, this nigga cooking on a grill right now? He just had millions. But I knew what my purpose was. I knew where I was going. That same Mercedes-Benz that he said he shot for, I'm the highest grossing business in that stadium. Because I had a purpose and a plan, and I didn't care about people judging me. So your story is gonna take you further than any product gonna take you, and people believe in you.
Yes. Before we go, I'm gonna give you 3 practical things real quick that I was sitting here thinking about. You can so you go to CAU when you graduate? 2027. Oh, you just got there. Okay. So something that hit my spirit is the Rap Academy. Okay. We got 5 kids. kids want to rap, right? They like music, right? So what if you created a rap academy? You know how they had like the modeling schools for kids when they were younger? But what if it's a rap academy for kids ages like 8 to 12 or whatever, like whatever the ages are. And when they come into this rap academy, they can learn the ABCs and fundamentals of rapping, right? Like very like tradition. So you're teaching kids how to rap. I've never seen anything like that before. So I want to offer that to you because we live in Atlanta. Every child in Atlanta is a star, okay? Yeah. Everybody in Atlanta is famous, but for the people who want, it's almost like you go to basketball camp to learn basketball. If you want to be a model, you go to, what is it, Calabasas? Barbizon, right? So where do kids go if they want to learn how to be a rapper? Right? They're going to go to your rap academy. That's the first thing. The second thing is, what you could do, which would be really dope, is you know how to freestyle? What if you put on a freestyle show where it's a ticketed event, right? And you get people, like you get a representative from CAU, you get somebody from Morehouse, you get somebody from Morgan State, and every single year you have this big rap battle where the people are represented by the school. Wait, let me finish.
She said she rap. I need to hear 16.
Okay, let me finish my idea first.
I need to hear she can rap.
She can rap. I heard her rap. Listen, so you do a rap battle competition every year and you get the schools to sponsor it. Reach out to the presidents. And then you get the school and Revolt to sponsor it, right? And these are people that are in school and the winner gets a freaking scholarship. Do you understand what I'm saying? They get a scholarship for the school that they go to. Okay, so I gave you one and I gave you two. And then the third thing, y'all know Gracie's Corner. I love Gracie's Corner, right? What's your name? Quinicia? So what if you did like, Quee, right? Like, what if you did like Quee's World or like Quee's Journey or like, where you from? Quee goes to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And the whole show is like a kid rapping, but you're rapping about politics, right? Something that like, Gracie's Corner is really good at like teaching you about ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. But what if Quee goes to Atlanta is teaching you about the beauty of Atlanta and you could do it on YouTube and you get you a videographer and then you tape it and you record it and you put it on YouTube, right? And then you put Quee live in Atlanta and it's a skating show. It's an ice skating show with like the big dog and they're rapping. It's a musical, it's a live show. There's so many things that you can do. The reason why I said kids is because kids is really like an untapped market where you can tap into them and do it real big. So now, since you keep asking, go ahead.
Can I give her one more thing? What? So I grew my brand also in the studios. You could be a, what's that, what they call that when you ain't making no money? An intern. Yeah.
What?
No. So listen. I actually seen, like, my friends like Uzi, Mika, like, I seen them, like, get rich off of music. What I'm telling you is, I've seen interns in the studios, like Mean Streets and all that, like, blow up off of, like, just doing your job, right? You don't gotta come in as no rapper. Just do your job and then squeeze it through. Like, everybody's stepping stone to how they got somewhere is not where they gonna end. That's how you got in the game. So like, don't always lead with your dream, lead with the job and then build your dream in that motion. Like you can be somebody's assistant right now, and they don't even know you can rap. If you was David Bannon's assistant right now, and you be a regular assistant, you was doing a good job, and one day he found out you did music, he already trusts you.
Well, we about to find out right now.
He already trusts you.
Give her the microphone. You need a beat? What you need?
I don't need no beat.
Okay.
But I do have a question.
Okay.
So I want to know if, hold on. I want to know if y'all want to hear the Slutty Vegan rap or if you want to
We want you to, right off the top, I want to know if you have, I want to hear your talent right off the top.
Yeah. Don't cuss.
Don't cuss.
Don't cuss.
Bleep it out.
Oh, Savio said you could.
Oh, you can cuss. Cuss.
Okay.
Cuss.
Okay. All right.
Cuss, girl. Cuss.
All right. Yeah. So I wake up on the right side of the bed, left that shit up in the past. Brush my teeth, turn around, smack that ass. I get flizzy fly, let me see it, it's my jam. Why she always popping shit, baby, that's who I am. I wake up smiling every day because life is fucking great. My day was ecstatic cause you know I got paid. And he keep that static just in case you wanna play. Okay. Any, mini, mighty, mo. Catch a hater by the toe. Put your caboose in the seat, you follow the leader, asshole. If it's smoke, then let me know. That bitch won't let it go. That he won't leave me alone. Where you at? I'm in my zone. What? I'm in my motherfucking zone, yeah. I'm in my motherfucking zone, yeah. He need to stop calling my phone, yeah. Why? Cause I ain't never coming home, yeah. Okay, so wait, on Instagram, my Instagram is Big Qui with 2 G's. So BIGGQUI, and In My Zone drops next week.
Y'all clap it up.
All right, listen, because we believe in you, we want to give you, on behalf of Studio House Atlanta, a giveaway for 3 hours of a studio rental. That means you can create that Rap Academy in there. This is yours.
Yes, thank you, Quinn. And listen, let's connect after this. I'm gonna do something with your jingle because I actually liked it. I just couldn't find you. Clap it up for Big Queen, y'all. Okay. All right, so we got one more.
Arthur, my question is, I want to know how to expose myself to the Black community more and without dry begging. Because my books, without begging, without seeming like I'm begging for money to, go out and buy my books or to support whatever movie that I have going on. So my books, they are about the human body. My books are about the human body. I started off with organs. For real, I started off with organs. So, for example, I started off with the brain, the heart, the spinal cord, the stomach, and I personified each and every one of them. I gave them their own characteristics. So one of my books is called Brain Enters the Spelling Bee. He gets amnesia, fatigue. He goes through all of this because he's not taking care of his body. So once he revitalizes himself and does his affirmations, he builds himself back up to ultimately win the spelling bee. So each one of them I personified.
Can you give me the back one? The back one?
Say that again?
You said your back, right?
The spinal? Okay,
Yeah.
so my it's called Spine Learns to Skate. And basically, he's a gamer. All he does is sit behind the TV and just games all day. And he has his other organs that comes and encourages him to get out the house to, align and allow messages to come through because messages come through our spinal cord.
I asked you that because I had 5 back surgeries. And I think you should add opiates to it, like addiction. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because what happens when you go through injuries, you get hooked on narcotics.
Wait, this for kids though, right?
Yes.
This for kids.
No. The kids are the ones that's using the narcotics though. Let's be clear.
Yeah, I worked in the psych ward for over 10 years. They are, they do. They come in, they are
I know
highly
in Philly
addicted.
they taking narcotics at 11 years old. So I don't know about nowhere else. I'm talking about what I grew up off of. So what I grew up off of is they doing drugs at 11 and 12 years old.
That's true.
But the book is already written though, right?
Yes, I have written a total of 222 books, but I have 11 published. On Amazon. They're all on Amazon.
So it's on Amazon.
Yes, my name is Jabrina Brown.
How to get money from the book.
Yes, and how to expose myself more.
And it's about the human body.
Yes, and I've written books about other people too. I have a book written about 2 Chainz. I have one written by Elijah Pierce, again, number 3 featherweight in the country. I did one about Price Taylor is another boxer, and Jaleel Marie. She just got signed with Power Universe, so 50 Cent Power Universe. She's a director. So I have a good group of people that I'm working with. I have one coming out with Brian Maxwell and Joe
Okay,
Cinco.
I got you.
So I'm working.
I got something for you. Okay, I got 2 things. And then anybody else that want to answer. Oh, that's me. Okay, so the first thing is, when you were talking, I thought about the fact that you should create a curriculum, right? And you create a curriculum that discusses everything in your book. So your book then becomes the curriculum, and now you sell the curriculum to the schools. So what is it, a superintendent? Right, of the schools? Okay, you sell it to the superintendent. So where are you from? Okay, so maybe you start in Augusta, Georgia or Atlanta, Georgia, and you start and niche it out first, and then you get all public schools in America to be able to utilize this curriculum to learn about the human body. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's more intentional work because kids have to learn about this stuff. But they don't read, but you do it in an interactive way through your curriculum. I'm not just talking about a curriculum where you read. Maybe it's interactive by way of the book, right? By way of AR, they can actually, with the curriculum, maybe there's a human body that comes with it, but they utilize your curriculum because as a Black woman teaching young people about the human body, there's something special about that. That's the first thing. The second thing about making money is you already have the books, right? So what if you partner with the hospitals, right? And rehabilitation centers for children and get them to buy the books in bulk. So they can buy 12,000 books at a time. So every patient that comes in, they can automatically get the book and it goes with a part of their insurance. So you can reach out to the insurance companies, you can reach out to the hospitals, and you can strike deals with them so you're not directly selling it to just a consumer, you're selling it to an organization, and you can create government contracts, and then they pick up the book, and that's how you get your coin.
And get her to do the
Yes.
jingle. Get her to do your jingle. and make it culturally relevant, and then kids gonna be listening to the music, boom.
Yes.
And the other thing about our people is, we want to be a part of something that's already popping, right? So people don't know where you sold your books to.
Exactly.
So once you do Pinky's plan, and then they see that the books are sold, then people always want to be a part of something that's already popping. So you can still already add those numbers. Another thing, y'all, is grants. Something that I did not know about. I mean, it's hard, but we have to find people who know how to write grants, people who specifically do that. And a lot of times they will front load or put their whatever they're charging inside of the grant if they're able to get it. But there's some people somewhere in the United States that needs that, and they're asking for that, and will give you the money just because you're doing it. But we think that people don't want it, and it's so many people who are getting so much money off the backs, things that are actually happening to our community because we don't know. It's somewhere somebody's looking for the talent that you have, and they'll pay for it.
Something a little different.
I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna go after you.
So here's the fun part about partnerships, and Pinky and all these folks know this very well, is to have good data hygiene. So are you registered as a disadvantaged business? If no, you should be, because the government gets their curriculum from McCullum and all those for school books through government-based contracts because we, the taxpayers, pay for it already. So once you get put into those systems, you then become eligible to be able to bid on things. So you're not selling one book by one book, but you're selling a case of books per school district. The other thing is, and I think everybody's heard of this before, there's been a pivot. I love my Spelman, but there's been a pivot in education, right? So you have career and technical education in elementary, middle schools, and high schools. It's called CTAE. They're always talking about what you can do with the body, how can you become a dental hygienist, all these things. Another thing you should really understand, and this goes, I think, to ATO Access too, there are niche communities that are looking for Black people and Black bodies to provide access and assets. Did you know that one of the hardest things that books have, or when they're looking for books to find, is a Black illustration of a pregnant woman? Because they don't have any. So when you provide that service and you do change this, right, you're able.
All my books as well. I draw all my pictures too. So
that makes the world of difference. So licensing is really it. So from the side of being a consumer, I'm usually the person on the other side that's looking at it, that's like, okay, this is worth it, this isn't worth it, this is the percentage of X, this is what we're trying to meet. And oftentimes in those boardrooms, people don't look like me. I'm usually the one of one, usually. But if I can say, this is a sister here who's already self-published, so that means my margins are low because I'm not paying a broker, I'm not paying a third party, and you already have the asset in-house, and all we need to do is provide you with capital to scale. You seem like a quick win versus me having to create my own thing.
So I got a question. Can you be a New York Times bestseller if you self-publish?
You can. So what people don't realize, I'll let the New York Times know it.
Well, at the time when I became a New York Times bestselling author, I was with a publishing company. And that's what made me want to take that route, because I felt like I worked my butt off to make them all of this money, and it's the way you get handled, and like the little bitty percentage of money you get for that. So I decided to start my own publishing company, which was Toya Wright Publishing, and started publishing my own books. And then when I saw what I did with the first book, I was like, wow, I was slinging books out the trunk. I was everywhere, going crazy on my, because at the time when I wrote my book, a lot of people was interested in who I was attached to. So they was like, oh, she's gonna write a tell-all about Lil Wayne or whatever. So I kind of went through this whole thing of people wanting me to go that direction. But my first book was called Priceless Inspirations. It was a book about me, my life, and the things that I've been through. And I decided to go with this one guy who got the vision of that. He was like, okay, you don't have to write a tell-all if that's not the lane you're interested in. I'm not into exposing nobody. I want, people to know me for me and tell my story. I feel like my story is powerful enough. I've been through some things. Yes, who I was attached to is only a part of my life. And, with me doing it my way, it became a New York Times best-selling book.
Yeah, love that. We're going to go one more. You got something?
Yeah, so I was just going to say, what I want to do for you is I have a community of people like David was talking about that are looking for Black authors to teach kids. So I was a part of an organization called Movement for Black Lives, which oversees 3,000 Black organizations that have children that are looking for people like that. So I want to connect with you and have them to invest in you. And then to the other two people, you and the other guy from Access Atlanta, Independent Film Festival is happening here in Atlanta November 8th through the 10th, and I want to give y'all two access to come so y'all can meet with investors who want to see your dream go to the next level.
Kids these days are very visual. So they like to see that. Like, I buy my daughter books from stuff that she see on YouTube. Like, she might, the twins, when they were on YouTube, she wanted their book and stuff. They learn a lot of things from being visual. So, like, turning your book into a cartoon or different things like that to explain it and break it down to kids so they'll be more interested in it. And they're also learning a lot, like, visually. Yeah.
Well, last thing, I'm sorry, before we go. Come up with a doll, a brown skeleton that's going to be a toy for kids. And every time you press a piece of the body part, it's going to say out loud what the body part is so that they can learn the body part. And it's going to be attached to your book. Okay, I'm done.
You can do it like that, Steve.
All right, clap it up for her, y'all. Okay, so listen, this is the last one, but this is a special one, right? So we are looking for somebody specifically who feels like they are in distress in their business, trying to build their career. They are going through a tough time and really just trying to navigate through life.
If y'all really not going through a hard time, like y'all can't pay y'all bills, the door is gonna be closed tomorrow, sit in. Like, this is something real.
Okay, so it's always interesting when the church music comes on. Okay, all right, so.
I'm doing awesome. Good. God bless y'all. Thank you, brother. So, I'm taking a nonprofit route. I'm tied in with Taste of Hibachi, but that's another story. But we're going the nonprofit route. So this is personal to me. I feel like it's personal to a lot of people, but a lot of brothers and sisters don't talk about it. So let's just talk about it. So we know that the devil attacks us by the family. That's the first thing first. He attacks the family unit from the beginning. I can't talk about nobody here. I know I was raised in a single parent household. Unfortunately, my son and we split as well, and it's a cycle. And most of my friends and homeboys that I know, they're not with the son's mother and it's ugly. It comes to a point where, well, I won't take care of the boy because she won't let me see, she doesn't want to be with me. And I'm not gonna let him see the kid because whatever the case is, and it becomes like that. So what I'm trying to do is spread co-parenting, that it's about the kids. It's never really about us, it's really about the kids. And if we don't put the kids first and we keep on not doing this because of us, we're gonna keep creating this cycle. Like, it's just normal now to not letting kids see their parents and not taking care of your kids. You should never not take care of your kids because you're not with the mother. You should never not let the kids see their person because you're not with the father. And it just...
So I'm clear. What is your question? Are you trying to build an organization around that?
How can we do something about this?
Hey, I feel you. You're going through a lot of pain right now yourself, right? So what you should do is express what you're really going through. This ain't about, right now it's about you. Like, we want to hear about your story.
It's not, it's bigger than me.
But it can't be bigger than you if you ain't handling you first.
I am, but I'm only one. One thing about it, I can't change this girl, okay? So I got a better chance trying to mop the ocean. But what we can do is we can plant a seed in the community.
So let me ask you a quick question. This is hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is the thing, though. A lot of times when we look at stars or we look at rappers or football players, we expect them to have all the answers. The truth is the access is up here. The question that I ask you is, what's the model? How can we help you solve that problem? That's the bigger question, not just talking about the problem. It's okay, I picked you, all right, what's the opportunity? What does that look like? If we were to say, okay, we'll do whatever we can to help you bring that into fruition, what does that look like in your head?
I needed everything from the ground up, sir. I need everything from the ground up, sir. I just, like I said, honestly, I'm just...
Okay, so let me give you some practical. How old is your child?
He's 8 now.
He's 8 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay, so I'm gonna just spitfire some stuff. So he's 8 years old. How long have y'all been separating and having to co-parent?
Since day one.
Oh, since the very beginning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what I think you could do is, there's a couple of ideas here. the first thing you could do that ain't gonna cost you nothing, you should create a social media page, right? And I'm making this up, maybe you call it Joint, Joint. And basically all the things that, is it for men and women or just men? You wanna advocate for the brothers?
No, this is co-parenting for everybody, just to spread awareness that we should do this for the kids.
Got it, copy that,
us. Yes.
copy that. So the first thing you do is you create a social media page that speaks to what everybody else is going through real time, like when you're on your way to pick up, to meet the parent to pick up the child and they're not there. Like things that are relatable that people can laugh about, cry about, relate to, right? So now you build up this community of people who are going through the same thing, because guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna reshare and retweet. Like here you got quotes and everything from people that are dealing with the same co-parenting issues that you are dealing with, right? So you build up that community first. And then with this association, you create a nonprofit organization and you meet with people. Something that hit my spirit is like, almost like when you go to court, who gets it? Divorce attorneys, right? Like family attorneys, family court. So what you do is you find all the family attorneys, right? And you reach out to them and say, hey, I have this organization, and as a part of my organization, we teach people how to co-parent. Right? Because we went through a similar situation. We didn't know how to co-parent at first, right? He has prior kids before us, but we had to learn. Now we are a blended, happy family, right? But before that, it was difficult. What if your organization partners with family courts that says, hey, a part of this process, in order for you to go through the end of this process, you got to go through this program that teaches you best practices on how to deal with your spouse, that teaches you how to deal with the kids, what to say in front of the kids, what not to say in front of the kids. And this is an organization that's a prerequisite to you closing out this case, right? And now you do advocacy work. You can go to churches, you can speak, because you really are a motivational speaker. You don't even realize it, right?
Can I plus you up a little bit? So piggybacking off the whole concept of creating that social media presence, right? Getting the message out there. I'm a component of understanding who's right around you in a room, right? There is an organization called the Dad Gang, right? These are my friends from college, and they are phenomenal dads, right? And they felt that the image of the Black dad was not celebrated and beautiful in the media eyes, right? So they created the Dad Gang. Now it's super big, and I feel like you're at the beginning, right? You're at the start. You're trying to figure it out what you need to build. Then you need to go to the Dad Gang. They have This Week in a Stroller Walk. Go to their Instagram, go there, meet with the founder, see how they started that, because it went from just being that platform just to highlight dads to now they're a high-level lifestyle brand, and they're making change in the media of how Black dads are perceived. So if you're starting from the beginning, I suggest 1, this weekend, that's happening, so do that. And 2, start working on your paperwork. Get your nonprofit paperwork together, right? Start researching how to create a nonprofit and make sure you get into these different places where people can teach you how to do that.
I listen. I agree with her. I spoke for that organization at the Hawks Arena, but I got your name for your organization.
And it's the book too. Go ahead, tell them.
Don't forget the other half.
Don't forget the other half.
That's the name of it.
Don't forget the other half is your book.
That's
about your real story
do.
And how you're speaking to other people who are in relationships and having to learn how to co-parent. Don't forget the other half.
Don't forget the other half, because guess what? You start with one, with you and the lady or whoever, how they created the baby, but y'all forgetting the other half. So it's about the other half.
Right. And I would also get a suggestion is find some very successful co-parenting situations and see what are the things that they have inside of that structure that makes it successful. Because the first thing that came to me was counseling. Because a lot of times one of the problems with relationships is that you and I have a problem and it's affecting the child, right? So we need to get our situations together so we can make sure that we're doing for who it really is, because we don't realize the decisions that we make will affect our kids and their kids' kids and the kids' kids for the rest of the time. So is it counselors? Should they be a part of that group? Because it needs to be a community that surrounds this family, these 3 people or these 4 people or whatever this family is. Okay, it's counselors, it's therapists, it's doctors, it's all of these types of things. Is it money? Okay, well, do we need to help her or him find employment? What are some of these things that we can help build a situation that makes it best for everybody? And I think that's something that you should research and see what we need to put around the families in order to make it a successful situation.
All right, so listen, I got one more thing. So I'm gonna give you the money for your LLC to start your business today. So whatever you name it, that's what it is, but that's what I'm gonna do for you, because you gotta start from somewhere to understand what your purpose is, and it seems like you already know what that is. You just gotta keep walking in it and get information from everybody, but you gotta go off of your own situation to understand your story. Like for me, I had kids, like she said, before I got in a relationship, but that was the hardest thing because I wanted my other 2 kids to feel special too because it's a famous relationship. So the ones that I had with her is the ones the media see. You see what I'm saying? So like you gotta understand like what's your footprint, what's your stepping stone, because my parents separated when I was 13. My brother and my sister had a 2-parent household, I didn't. I'm 37 years old, I just cried the other day to my mother saying, I finally let it go. You see what I'm saying? That trauma will carry you all the way through, not just being a kid, you could be an adult carrying it. So you need to talk about that, how it's affecting you so people can believe in your journey.
Yeah. So I want to give you David Shan's The Morning Meetup. You got a complimentary 90-day pass to the morning meetup, right? We're going to give you the Whitley Agents a Comp Creative Studio so you can do your photo shoot for this new business that you're going to create. And then we're going to do a 2-minute business profile. When you create your organization, a business profile that tells what your business organization is, okay?
And bro, cry, let that shit out. Grown men cry.
Grown men
you know what I'm saying?
cry.
Grown men cry.
But
And the ones that's holding it in ain't real.
Don't forget the other half, that's for you. Y'all clap it up for him. Did y'all enjoy American Sesh today? Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise. Listen. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to sesh with us here at Revolt World. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Make sure that you follow us at American Sesh on all social media handles. We love you so much. Thank y'all.